launching our archery demonstration of archery in the Wars of the Roses in the 15th century. The archers will be on the field again shooting straight at some men-at-arms later on at the main battle this afternoon. To say again, if you've enjoyed this and you want to learn more about archery in the Wars of the Roses and what a bow should look like and an arrow should be like, the sheer power of these weapons, behind you at the sign of the Cross of St. George and the sheaf of arrows are some experts who really know their stuff, and I'd encourage you to go and speak to them. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the archers of the War of the Roses, and especially the men-at-arms, those brave lunatics who've taken the shooting. Thank you.
Just sitting up. Good afternoon, Scott the Scorpion. How you doing, buddy? Just setting up at a minute. Bear with me. Right. So, how's the sound? Can you hear everything okay?
Thank you to the Wars of the Roses Federation Archers. Next up, we have the House of Bayard and Friends with their artillery display. But as the event coordinator, I would just like to give a health and safety announcement. We have record numbers here this weekend, especially today.
Really
the nice weather has brought everybody out.
Come to this one
and yay! However, if you are sitting on a chair, could you very kindly maybe just take a few paces backwards so we can have some more people in front kneeling or sitting in front of you to help with our managing our crowd line, because we have got record numbers, as I've said today, and everybody wants to see what's going on in the arena, especially if you have got a festival black chair.
Hello.
Could you just make sure it is back a little bit so people can come in front and sit down. On another note, can you please make sure that you have got all your bodily limbs behind the double rope. That's for health and safety as well. You'll see now on the field, our artillery display is forming up for you, and the Master Gunner, Ben Godden, will come over and chat to you in a bit. But we have got loads of other things going on today as well. We have got Freelance, our horse cavalry display a bit later, and we've got the famous Battle of Barnet as well at 4 o'clock. We've got Have a Go Night School in the corner. We've got Have a Go Archery, Have a Go Axe Throwing. We've got a kiddie battle back here as well, if you want to get tickets for that. So lots and lots going on. I hope you're enjoying the festival. Thank you very much for your cooperation, everybody, and I hope you have a good time.
After we've seen some of the enactments, we'll go around the medieval village and check out some of the craft stores. As you can see, there's a lot here. Very, very big turnout this year. Let's just get this ready for the cannons. You made it then, you dot? There we go. We're here with Zen Marty today. She's having a nice little day out at the festival.
Hello, people.
Should we turn around here in front?
Oh, no.
There she is.
Hi.
Right, hang on, let me zoom out.
I love a medieval festival festival. Big up Barnet Medieval Festival.
There you go.
And now I'll open it for you. It's actually got quite. Look how many fun things there are to do. Anyone wants to have a little looky?
I'll have a little go over the programme in a sec. So we arrived just about in time today, actually. We're just about to start the. If I can find a flat piece of field to put this down on again. Let's try and get this in and zoom in for you. Right. It's going to get very loud, everybody.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Just a word of warning, this display will be loud. If you're down that end, it will be loud. If you're up this end, it'll be louder.
Yeah. Only because of the speaker.
We're going to run you a display of 15th century black powder. So this is going to start with from handguns, or what our oldest is a 14th century gun, up into the late 15th century. Now a lot of people don't think guns happen in the medieval. The Renaissance didn't happen overnight. The major problem with black powder in the 15th century is production. So what we're going to do first is an opening volley of handguns, just to give you an impression
so this
of
is
how
a
loud
community
it is.
event that we have every year. Just want to catch up with the chat, but I want to let you guys see what happens.
And then it'll probably get louder from there.
This is one of the more funner bits of the festival. It happens every year, Scotland.
So the first thing we're going to do is a rolling volley, if the gunners can signal when they're ready.
Get them all in there. I would try and get you a bit better picture, everyone, but the field isn't that straight. I'll hold it up.
Gunners, are we ready?
Afternoon, LTG. You got here just in time for
Gunners,
the
are we ready?
a good bit.
Now the gunners will give a cry, have a care. When they discharge their piece, that's a warning to you and to the other gunners. So starting with the Tannenberg. When you're ready. Pole gun.
Now the big ones.
Now the first gun we're going to show you is the Tannenberg gun. Now this is cast in bell bronze. If you can cast a bell without cracks and flaws, you can most likely cast a gun that won't explode. The problem with this gun is it was really expensive, but it's one of those guns we've got an actual date for. So this dates to 1399. Shoots a 16mm lead ball and is what they call a pole gun. Now this is a family of guns where the gun is at the top end of the stick. So it's not pole as in on a stick, it's pole as in pole tax. So a counting of heads. So the head of the stave is the gun. Now the problem with bronze guns is they were very expensive. So production is the biggest factor here, but there are quite a few examples of 14th century bronze guns. As I say, this one predates Agincourt, and it's fired a little bit like a pool cue. When you're ready? Now, Master Malcolm here has another pole gun. You can see it's quite small. Now this is an iron pole gun on a stick. This is cheaper to produce than the bronze one because it's blacksmith made. There's an awful lot more blacksmiths than there are bell foundries.
We'll go and take a closer look at the guns after the display, everybody.
Now the next gun is a hakpa. So it's a hook gun. And you can see, instead of all the barrel being on the top end of the stick, it's now started to move towards the top of it. So it's laid down and it's started to have a stock, but it's now big and heavy and has a hook. This means you can hook it against the castle wall to help with the recoil, but it's not a shouldered weapon. So it's not put into your shoulder like a stock on a shotgun. He hooks it onto a prop. And he has a second man with him that helps him. When you're ready? Now, in the same family of hook guns, we have an all-iron gun. Master Bob? It's just a lump of iron, a billet with a hole drifted in the end. Now, some of the early depictions of this are a knight on horseback with that hanging around his neck, where he puts it straight between the horse's ears and fires the gun. Now, some of these illustrations were probably early experiments, but it found its best use in castles, out of portcullises, through the arrow slits, hooked against the wall, but also on boats. When you're ready? But you can see there's not much to control it, but it's designed to shoot shrapnel. Now, in the same family, on the Pavis, we have a heavy hook. So if you look at the red and white shield, that's called a Pavis. So this is a two-man crew with a heavy gun. When you're ready? Now, all of these weapons, as effective as they are, they don't become as effective as arquebus en masse. So by the end of the 15th century, what you've got effectively now is an arquebus. This is the first time you get lock, stock and barrel. So it has a lock on the side of the gun and actually has a socket shoulder. So you can put the shoulder of the gun and aim. And you have early versions of a trigger mechanism. If the two arquebuses like to step forwards. Step forwards. And if you'd like to fire your pieces together. Good fire. Now, this is what brings about the end of the night in the handgun world. Massed ranks of men, which are effectively idiot sticks. You can teach somebody to shoot a gun in a couple of days, a longbow maybe 9 years. There's a big difference in turnaround in troops, but they were relatively expensive, but the people behind them were cheap. So what we're going to move on to now is the 15th century field artillery. So this is the bit where it gets a little bit louder. Pardon me, we have one more handgun. Two more loaded. Which is the other one? Yeah. So this one is the earliest version of a trigger. This is the button lock. You can see he can shoulder this and point and aim. Anybody else not clear? And we're just going to fire the hook gun again because you like that. They're just being greedy. Now, as I say, we're moving on to the slightly louder stuff.
You on as well, yeah?
Now, the cannons we have here are mostly what they call continental. Big red down the bottom end, you can see the big red chassis, that is a Burgundian style. Here's a 2-inch muzzle loader, And the majority of the field artillery pieces of this period are between 1 and 3 inches, so not a very massive gun. There were bigger guns, but they were mostly used as bombards. They're for the destruction of buildings. The pieces we have here are for the destruction of people. They were a mostly fired lead ball.
Which one's going first? Left.
So I think what we'll do is we'll leave Big Red out of this discharge. So all the cannons that are ready, please put your hands up. So we will open with a 3 cannon volley. The breech loader's going in. The first cannon in the line is a breech loader. That has an unusual device, a small mug, which is actually a small firearm firing chamber that's placed in the back of the gun with a wedge. So we'll start with Orleans. Isabel. Winstoke. Constance. And then finally, but not least,
Big Red.
Big Red. So now they're briefly going to reload. Some of them will take longer than the others. So 2 of these guns are breech loaders. They should be relatively rapidly loaded.
Wait till you see the battle reenactment later on, old school.
And as soon as they're ready to fire, the breech loaders can fire again.
It really gives you a sense of what it was like back then. And they have at least 100 reenactors here, including the guns and archers. So it's definitely gets good later on. That's about 4 o'clock, I believe.
I believe that Constance is primed and ready.
Constance.
Now the difference between the breech loader is everything is done at the back of the gun, so nobody has to stand around the front. You notice all the muzzle loaders, they have to stand in front of the gun, which makes them not as effective in a barricade. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 that are ready, and sadly Big Red, the 2-inch gun is still loading. So if the 2 breech loaders could have a pot ready, what we will do is we will do a rolling volley, and then the breech loaders can reload and fire again. Constance, are we ready? So starting from Orleans,
Big Red.
and you see by the time they'd gone down the load, the breech loader had already fired again. Do you want to see him shoot again?
Yes.
Are you sure?
All at the same time.
Which one's your favourite?
Big Red. Big red.
So, do we like Orleans? Isabel?
Isabel getting any cheers?
Winterstone?
All the cheers are going to be for Big Red.
Constance? Big Red?
Yay!
I wasn't very enthusiastic. Hook gun. So what we'll do this time, for one final volley, if everybody wants to load all of their pieces.
We're going to do them all.
We will try for a rapid simultaneous. Got two.
I can't find that one.
Yeah. You got three. So, what we're going to do, because the breech loader has 3 pots loaded, we're going to bring the breech loader out and show you how fast it can be reloaded. So they are going to do 2 shots. And then what we're going to do is a rolling volley down the line. And they will do their 3rd shot.
Everyone that didn't stay for the rolling volley, that's coming up next.
So this is Constance, the breech loader. Now you can see she has a livery of blue and white of the Beauforts, and she also has a mantlet.
Hello.
When you're ready, give fire.
Andy Negative Fan, how you doing?
Now they're rapidly going to take the pot out the back. This is a stein or a metal mug. Looks a bit like a tankard. And they reload it, stick another one in. It's just priming. And then he can fire again. Give fire. As you can see, that was just under a minute. Now if they just wheel their piece back and reload. Are you sure you want to see him shoot again? We could just go home. So if we could just have a cheer for the gunners. Is that good enough? They'd like it better, please. Go on, give a cheer for the gunners. In your own time. Rolling volley.
And Big Red.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the display. We will be on again at the 4 o'clock battle.
Right, everybody, we'll be back for the 4 o'clock battle. Until then, we'll walk around the medieval craft fair and let you see what goodies we've got here today. I've already bought a t-shirt.
Step out, go on. Just a warning, we're just going to discharge one loaded piece.
And the family. So yeah,
Have a care, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a community event, happens every year, everybody. The reenactment at 4 o'clock will be the War of the Roses. Those of you that know that, we've got blacksmiths here, mead tents, lots of crafts, lots of other things happening, so we're going to go and have a look. They're shooting again.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our display.
Thank you. Uneven field we're on here, people. Right, so let me get this one on. Rocco, do you want to go in the kiddies battle? Does he want to enter? No. Hello. Let's get this other mic on. Right, both mics are on, everybody. So, had to set up in a bit of a rush. So I hope you enjoyed that battle of the guns. So we have lots of people here, lots of reenactors. So yeah, I'm going to take you around and have a look. Video. Let's get this out a little bit. Bye.
Oh, yeah, just come and have a look at this dual camera quickly, I'll show you.
Like me?
Yeah, look, just so you can see it. So look, so you can see it sees you and the view of front and front.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah,
I think I could do that on possibly Streamline.
Back in half hour.
Right, what's happening here, everyone? Where's my chat gone? I can't see the chat. What's going on? There we go. I've got you back. Right, welcome back, everybody. Hello, Gabriella. Yeah, the 4 o'clock battle is amazing, actually. They've got knights on horses, obviously peasants, with all their weapons, archers. You saw the 1, 2, 3, 4 cannons, I think it was. 4 cannons today. And all the other guns and that. When they actually get going later on, yeah, it's quite a... I'll get a better view, actually, because when you watch it from both sides, yeah, it's quite intense, actually, when you get all that going at them. So yeah, I'm probably going to stay live and have a look around all the stalls and that. Is that what you're up for doing?
Yeah, we're going to go look at the stalls and then half an hour we're going to come back to the equestrian show, because that's really good. And I'll go live again. I'm not going to waste my battery.
Okay. Yeah, no worries, I've got mine all plugged in, so it should be good for hours. Yeah, you can do.
Is it, if there's a bin around here, find it.
It's only an hour. It's only an hour for the battle.
No, it's half hour for the equestrian show.
Yeah, and an hour for the battle, so we haven't got that. Yeah. We'll go and have a little walk around, everybody.
My butt is wet.
When is it never wet, then?
No, my butt is wet. Please find the bin.
As everyone makes their way towards the medieval village. You said the equestrian show, is that it? Zen wants to come back for the equestrian show. Yeah, no, I think that's the kids' battle, that one. Your face then when you thought that can't be the horses, surely.
You just freaked me out.
Say hi to everyone then. We're live. Say hi Caris. This is everyone else today. It's going to be a fun day out. The kids love it. And there we go. We're going to have a look around. We're going to... Where's the free mead?
Free mead!
You found a free mead stall.
Free mead ahoy!
Let's go.
No free mead for the under 18. What age can they drink mead?
Any age, it's not that strong. Rocco, you'll have some, won't you?
Oh, no, please no. Don't say that on the line. We have the social services all over us.
Non-alcoholic mead.
No, he will be drinking no mead, children.
No mead. Alright, everybody. Rocco's having no mead today.
Absolutely not. To be honest, I don't know how to fiddle with the medication. He could be ended up doing the Battle of Barnet by himself.
I thought you'd have got on one of those little horses.
I'm 5 foot, not 3.
Yeah, exactly, you can get in there.
Sinking.
So, here we go, we're on our way to the Medieval Festival with Zen in tow. There she is.
I'm trying to find a bin, people. I need to find a bin. I don't like
A medieval bin. They dig a hole, don't they, and bury it back
what,
when?
to put a Wenzel's coffee cup in.
Right, here we go. Start off with some medieval tents. And today, free mead. Yeah. They used to give you a free glass of mead on entry, but they didn't do it this year.
Real fire, guys. So
Is it a real fire?
we cooked our lunch on here.
Yep.
Which we finished probably about an hour ago. But we had boiled eggs and ham.
Okay.
Cooked in the pot. And we also had some cheese and mushroom pasties.
Oh, very nice. How did you cook your eggs? Was it in one of the cauldron bowls?
Yeah, in water, so we boiled the eggs as well. So.
Oh, good stuff. I met a Geordie once. She used to boil eggs in tin cans. It was very clever. Yeah, very good. That's the old medieval fire pit, everybody, where they have their lunch, as you just heard. There's the medieval vessels all around.
But it is still really hot. So
I'll take the rubbish off this so I can get pictures of the fire.
Yeah, quite good. Is this where you actually are staying as well then, while you're here for the weekend?
we came Friday night, so
Yeah.
these are our tents.
Is it right to just have a little wander about on the camera? Yeah, thanks. Let's have a look at the old tents. So yeah, all the reenactors here, they actually stay overnight and sleep in their medieval tents. So if I just get round the guide ropes, I have zoomed out a bit, I think. As you can see, getting into the medieval clothes is always a three-man job. It's never easy. Do you have to breathe in when you put those on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The hole is too small for the buckle.
That's what she said. But no, good stuff. So yeah, getting into this medieval clothing is never easy. We'll leave them to it. This is their private area. Here we have an old writing desk with some medieval quills. Yeah, check that out. They all have their flags on display as well. Actually, where's England? She's going to disappear, I think, and leave me. I have to get a picture of her for the quiz, didn't we? In the medieval peasant's hat. Hello. And here we have a medieval dog. Hey. There's some outfits. Where's she gone? Anyone see Zen? Where's she disappeared to? She was looking for a bin. Yeah, we're gonna have to get Zen, get a picture of her in the medieval hat, ready for the next quiz thumbnail. As you can see, the food stalls are very busy. There you are. Zen, we're gonna have to get a picture of you in a maid's outfit for the quiz. Your peasant hat, you know?
We were told by the peasant hat.
I've just been going around some of their private tents. We're going to find Zen a medieval milkmaid outfit to dress up in. Your game, yeah?
Well, let's see.
Right, we're going to just walk around, starting here. And we'll see what there is. So these are your usual food and refreshment vans.
The peasant skirt you've got. Yes,
Too cold, aren't they? Well layered though.
really.
Right, this is all the tents where they stay overnight. I prefer these tents to modern tents, you know.
They are like
Easier to put up as well. Right, so where should we start? Should we start here and work on?
She wants to get a drink.
Harris wants a drink. Where's the free mead? The free mead. Zen, where's the free mead?
The sign was by that man who's blowing that horn.
Should we just wander around until we get there?
I want to get you. She wants to get a drink.
Okay. Do they do medieval coffee in there? I might get one as well.
Medieval coffee. I don't know. Was it around in medieval time? No, it was a demonstration.
There we go. A demonstration. You need a two partner. You two, Rocco and Mum? You go and dance? Go on, Zen. We have two over here.
No, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Caris, how about you and Mum? They need to go a couple, don't they? For the reenactment here. Yeah. No. What did they sell in there? Was that just a bar, was it?
Oh,
what are you after? Because all the food stuff's there.
Look, it's called the Stagger Inn. It's quite funny,
That's
isn't
it.
it?
I'm going to have a look at that in a sec. Let's go around and have a look at the bar. Let's just go and have a look at the Stagger Inn, everybody, and then we'll check out the demonstration. Washerwomen. Who wants to watch the washerwomen? Vladdy, how you doing, buddy? Please hit that like. This is in Barnet. This is the Battle of Barnet, War of the Roses. This is the medieval bar that we will be visiting again later. Cheers, there's Zen. Zen's having fun here. Hello, hello.
I was looking at the artwork over there.
Any good?
Yeah, I thought the ball was quite, like, just nice.
Let's have a look at the ball.
Like a picture of a ball.
Loyalty me loy. Try and say that with a medieval
Look at
accent.
the horse, that's so good.
That is very good, isn't
It
it?
is. All of more boars, lots of boars. I love that. That is so good.
Nice picture, isn't it?
Nice print, very nice, very good art.
Yeah, Benes, you're right. Staggeroon, crawl out. That's exactly right. So, some spiritual, most courageous prince books.
There was, the man over there was showing how they did hammer coins, if you didn't know.
Yeah, we're going to go over and have a look at the hammer coins in a bit. I made a hammer coin last time we came. Ah, these are all the medieval and old coins.
Roman coins.
Romans as well. There's loads of those. Do you want to have a look? Yeah. Let's show everybody the old coins. There you go. I've got a couple of these.
I was waiting.
Most of these are late. Late
Right, so
Anyone get three? We found a treasure trove. I was just waiting for him to go and do what that
Let's
one.
go to the hammered. Where are the hammered? There we go.
I got that one.
These are the ones we've got. Hammered. Hammered coins, everybody. I see you're missing a few. The old gold coins. You find one of those nowadays, they're worth about 15 grand each.
The middle bit. No.
Is that the old coin money with the hole in, or is that one that was worn
It's
as
the one-
jewellery? They did have
It might be
different options.
1964
Yeah, that wouldn't have been
Rhodesian coins.
jewellery.
Most of this is replica. Some of it's genuine.
I'd love to find one of these, a real one.
President of the United States of America.
They're not easy to come
Look,
across.
Lyndon Johnson, President of America. That's a really cool coin.
Quite chunky, isn't it?
Yeah.
The chunky coin. Do you have any War of the Roses coins? Replicas, just replicas.
Yes, I'll be with you in a second with those.
Oh, that's right.
I like these big old. What would that be called?
Isn't that the silver dollar supposed to be?
Oh.
No, maybe have a look. Try and find it. There was one year of a silver dollar that's quite collectible.
Are you a metal detectorist or just
I am.
We
I
are.
am. Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Let's
Have you
like-
gone around these fields? Have you
I haven't got permission for any of these fields. I was hoping to find out who owns them and try and get permission. But
Beetle.
I was going to ask Lewis at the farm actually and see if I can get some permission for around
No,
there.
that's
But
like the beetle, like the tomb, the mummy
that's
returns.
a scarab.
Scarab,
Yeah,
yes, that was a scarab.
Yeah.
Those are my main being offered trade.
Yeah, I say about 10 years. Sorry, about 10 years ago, I was detecting in Monk and Hadley, and I found an old bottle of ginger beer from 1880 that was unopened. That was quite a good find, and a Crusaders badge. But so I'll show that one up, Martin, over here. I think that's the silver dollar. That's the one. If you can find a real one of these, everybody. I think the 1792 is the silver dollar that's collectible.
I still want to find a cowbell intact. That's my aim this year.
You'll probably find a cowbell.
Intact. Is that a fake replica Roman one?
Well, if it was gold, it'd be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, well, no, it's not really. It's hardly going to be
Possibly,
in his toss away box, is it? If it was...
Which one's your favourite, Karen?
Augustus.
Oh, that's nice. I've got a Constantine, if you can find him. That's Augustus, everybody. Try and find Constantine the Third. I found one of those, yeah. I got one of those. I think he was after August.
Thank you very much.
Like the scarab, you want to get it for your links?
Yeah, but I can't.
Somebody,
It's too heavy.
somebody can put a hole in it for you.
No, but it's too heavy for this bracelet. It needs to be nice as the from the side.
That's quite good. Let's go over here then.
I do like the scarab, but it's just too heavy to go on my charm bracelet, unfortunately.
Oh.
I do like it.
Why don't you take it then, or I'll buy it?
No, because
Where it is the next
it's going to get lost in my room.
It'll
Because,
fit on there, isn't it?
no, I won't have it all. These are specific things. I do like the scarab. That is.
Cool. Okay.
You're right there, dear.
Dearies.
Oh no, they're interesting, aren't they? They're very interesting.
Yeah, you'll have to come with,
Yeah, you can
come out with Mum and
us.
find some if
You
you
can
want
be
to
the
prep
whole
for
digger
it.
and the bag carrier. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, people,
We'll
I got
have
a new mule. I got a new mule. That's what happens. The new
Zen is our mule.
The new metal detectorist has to carry all the stuff. I'm not the mule anymore. No, oh please, we cannot get him a sword. We'll
Here
have
we
Game
go.
of Thrones in the
This is
bedroom.
the sword and gun shop.
No, we're not getting it.
A bit busy at the minute.
We're going around like Captain Jack Sparrow.
we
Jesus.
could look for another. I think you can get a wooden one for Rocco.
No, it's still the same danger.
He wants it. He wants the wooden one.
I'm sorry, sometimes in life you just can't get them. Oh, good grief.
Let's have a look at some of the weapons then. There we go. So, these are a bit big for you, Zen. You need a needle from Game of Thrones,
still
don't
get
you?
done.
A little dagger or something.
Yeah, like
Oh, what's her name? What's her name?
Alia in Game of Thrones.
It's been a while since Game of Thrones has been on, isn't it?
Oh no, got House of the Dragon now in a new series.
Over here we have muskets. I've found plenty of musket balls around Barnet in over the years and surrounding areas. Have you got any musket balls? Is this your soul? No? No.
I think it's that guy with Jeremy's back.
No worries. Plenty more to have a look at on our way round. Yeah. Maybe at the end, Rocco. We'll see if. Wait for them to reduce them a bit, Rocco, and then you can grab one. Right, everybody, just checking out some of the more exciting stalls. This is the Barnet Society from the museum, as you can see there. Could have a look around the museum still, but maybe we'll do it later. Don't want to lose those looks. Right, Living Village it is. We're on our way to the Living Village, everybody. This is the War of the Roses. Some artwork which we'll come and check out at the end. That's usually a bit of an emptier stall at the end. Got some old medieval music over here. England's bucket makers. Zen, whereabouts is it? Alright, we'll come back and look at these bucket makers for a bit. Some medieval music, everyone. Look at that. I think they used to be made by. Hopefully the picture's holding out. Some of this rap from today.
Cheers for dance called Petit Vriens.
Petit Vriens.
Which translates as I remember things don't stay the same.
That's right, yeah,
As I
language has
talked about
changed.
A long time ago, I had this tune called Ami tu de vie that I play. It's 14th century French.
Yeah.
So I tried to get
Bad signal area here. Let me try and get a bit more over here.
as in on your finger, and if you see the dance being danced, it's a circle dance. So people in a circle holding hands. There you go.
Hey.
It's about as much as I know.
Quite good, isn't it? Got a bad signal around there. I'll have to shift back down there. Yeah, go on. Thank you for that. I'll go and try and get some better signal. So, just waiting for the bit, we'll be able to get in there. Are they rabbit furs, are they?
Yes, other shops. My rucksack got stuck. It was in the battle come.
I will do, yeah. There we go, these are rabbit furs in the knives and stuff. Yeah, sorry about the signal, so we are quite out in a remote field. I will restart the stream maybe for the actual battle at 4 o'clock if it continues like this. I'm hoping it'll stabilise now more over this end. Where are you shooting the arrow here?
Right here.
Excellent, good stuff.
Rocco, me gonna have a go. We'll have a competition.
And then he has jewellery next door as well, look at that.
Harris thinks about getting one of those floating dragons because they're so like.
A floating dragon?
They're like they're in the wind. They're all like they're mechanical like wood. They're
Oh,
over there,
okay.
yeah.
They look
No,
quite
we're not
nice.
getting anything. We're not getting any knives or anything. No.
Knives, knives.
And you already got a necklace today.
Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I like the wolf. Like that is really cool. That's a pig.
Wolf, but
It does look. Do you know?
it could be a cross between the two. You never know. They were on some.
Oh no, that's a Egyptian symbol, I believe.
There you go, Rocco. You could have one of those swords. I'm sure Mum won't mind.
Rocco with the crossbow. Rocco, babe.
Go on then. You shoot a crossbow. I'll come back and watch you shoot it in a second. Okay, so we've got more over there. I'll go and have a look over here while you're queuing. Go back. Let's go and see what handmade baskets we've got, everybody, and other things. Okay. There we go. Handmade wooden eating utensils. Olive oils. Baskets. And mushrooms. Boxes of medieval jewellery. Let's have a look at some of the flags. So, crossbow shooting today.
Shoot a medieval crossbow.
I saw Rocco going for the owl or the cans.
I'm not. We get 4 arrows, so. I want that toe. I'm gonna hit the toe.
You're going to do what? The
Hit the
toe?
toe.
Go on then, let's go and have a look. You might want to zip it up.
No, we don't. Have you got two? Have you got 2 £10 notes?
No.
No one's got anything small. I apologise.
Do you know if a lot of the stores have got card machines today? Or not?
Yes, but there's so much printing meat, I think.
Yeah, no, I know.
I didn't expect it. It's very good.
Do you need fibre, Josie? I would like some more fibres, yeah.
Well, I got 2. I can give you 1, which leaves me with 1, and that's it.
So I'm probably going to go and get a necklace from next door, so I'll give it back to her in a minute.
Probably be easy to pick up the necklace.
Oh, got change.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much. Here you go. Here you go. That lady just got me 2 £10, so here you go. Thank you. Is that a bit more convenient? Stick it in the back pocket and zip it up, please.
Alright, so these are the crossbows that are going to be
Thank you so much for that.
Back pocket.
Back pocket, slip it in there, Rocco, slip it in, do it up.
Josie, there's all the fun.
So, did you already give the rope?
Yeah, I've given you 1. Thank you. Probably that one on the table, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Alice, you shooting a bow?
Much of a competition, my friend.
I think Matty used to say the same when we went go-karting and he wanted the adult ones.
Thank you.
Yeah, we had an adult now, you want it? You want the proper stuff. The target you in, yeah.
Alright, Rocco, what would you like to...
Pull the string back first, so it hooks down into this groove here.
Alright, let's zoom in on the target.
Then put the arrow on top, so the rubber tip hangs over the front there.
You videoing?
So we do one go first, yeah, and I can like that, yeah?
Yeah, so look down the arrow to aim. Aim above what you want to hit.
Hang on, two seconds. Oh no, no. Let me just, I want to get that frog. Oh, nearly. So
Did you miss?
Yeah, I did. You can have a go. So, pull it back, double. Then stick that in like that. And then aim. Here you go, you do it.
Fire!
Well done. Go.
Yes, look at that.
Quick, quick. Pull it back. What was it feels in war?
He's charging at you now with one of those muskets.
Quick, it's coming. Quick, I'll be your reloader. And aim.
Oh.
Nearly the frog.
Aim slightly above it, and then it should hopefully drop down.
I'm after that frog for some reason. It's done absolutely nothing to me. It's on my eye line today. 1, 2.
Oh, how did you? What was that?
Do you want to go?
Yeah.
Come on, Robin Hood, let's go.
Go on then.
Okay, Rocco.
One-handed, yeah.
Oh, come on then. Look at Robin Hood over here.
Let Rocco go first. He's gonna get the toad, isn't he? Oh,
Go on then, I'll hold your thing for you. Come on.
So have one go.
Yeah.
See if I can get. What do you want me to get? The toad?
Yeah, go on, let's see if we can get the toad.
How's it go in? Like all the way stuck?
No, it just sits on top.
Check out.
That's-
There it is. Right. Going for the toad, are you?
Going for the toad.
Oh.
It's the Robin Hood, Robin Hood, Robin Hood, riding through the glen.
It brushed past his ear, didn't you see that?
Oh, yeah, he went, oh, what was that? Do you want me to help you, babe? Here you go. Well done.
At least Rocco got the cans. That's,
Yeah,
that's one target hit.
Any target you want, really. Oh, nearly. Go on, you do the last one.
Maybe if you aim for the actual pictures, it'll drop down and hit the things by accident sometimes. You can see why they upgraded to muskets. Yes,
well done,
that's
Rob.
what I
That was a
like
good
it.
one.
Well done.
Woohoo!
The last one's always the best.
Thank you, babe.
Sorry, thanks. Cheers. She's been videoing you, I think. Yep. Right.
We have a sausage at home. I want to go and have a look at the dragons that she went by.
Yeah, go on, let's go look at the dragons.
I don't think that the equestrian show is going to be half through exactly because they were still setting up the kids battle.
One, yeah.
So I think we might have a little bit of time before we have to go and watch the lovely horses.
No, good stuff, good
All
stuff.
those mushrooms are cute, but I can't go anymore.
Hi everyone, welcome back. I think we're hopefully out of the bad signal area now. If the signal is terrible, I will restart the stream for the battle at 4 o'clock, but we're just going to be wondering about the medieval craft fairs at the moment. Doing what you do. There you go, these are the ones you want. Then remember to get your peasant hat on, we need a picture of you.
Where's the peasant hat and I'll stick it on. Oh look, here's the mead for you.
Oh, the mead. With the old drinking horns as well. Anybody want an axe and a drinking horn?
Oh, he blows the horns really cool.
Who does?
The guy that was here, he was like,
Ask him to blow the horn. You give it a blow.
I don't know who's knocking round the door.
Look, blowing horns, there you go.
These are children to put them back gently when, yeah, I don't know who else has been blowing on them in the nicest way.
True. Don't put your hand
It's a
over
nice-
it and blow through your
No,
hands.
I get two.
Pass it to me.
That's the guy that does it, that's the guy. He makes them.
Well, you'll have to ask him.
Okay, I will. Hi, yeah, can he have a go?
Hi, sorry, can you blow one of the horns so we can get it on video? Ready? There we go. There's the medieval horn. There we go. Thank you, thank you. Some of these tankards look quite good. There you go, everyone. You got yourself a medieval horn blower. What, the free mead?
We've got free mead.
Let's go to the mead. The mead stall, everyone. Friar Tuck there, waiting for some mead. What's this one? Your
Name and a
name
Gothic script. I might get that for the kids.
for a donation. There you go. That sounds quite good.
Oh, that's really cool. With that is really cool.
You can have your name printed. What are you going to have? Zen Marcy, yeah? The medieval, ready
Yeah,
for
no, I
the,
was going to get it for
ready
the kids.
for the quiz.
I was going to get the kids one.
Surrey Tower Mead. Ooh. Right, go on then. If you go and grab us a couple, go on. I'll let you choose the flavours then. Why not? Try elderflower. That sounds like an old one.
I know, but sour cherry sounds a bit mean.
Get in there. We've got the mead.
Oh, the honey.
Honey mead is the original, isn't it? Go on then. Get your mead
I don't know,
samples.
elderflower or honey.
Can we try an elderflower one, please? Elderflower? Yeah, thank you.
Try a sour cherry one, please.
Yeah, we can try that after. Elderflower's delicate of flavour, thank you. I never knew you did flavoured meads, but is it yours, yeah?
We did a honey
Right,
one
this is
last
elderflower
time.
mead, everybody. Check the colour on that. I never knew they did
Let me
flavoured
smell that,
mead.
actually. I can't smell it. I don't need
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it strong?
yes, a little bit. Please might try a tiny bit of the sour
No, it
cherry
does
one.
sound quite strong, actually.
Oh, is it? Cherry's my favourite.
Cherry fantastic, in my opinion.
Can I try one after as well?
Oh, cherry fantastic.
This is actually really nice. It reminds me of church wine. Well, yeah. Thanks very much. This is cherry mead, everybody.
Nothing has ever gone wrong. The one time it does it, but the one time we
Cherry mead.
The sour cherry meat.
Smells quite strong too. Have a little taste.
It does. Do you want to try a bit of the sour cherry one?
I've got one.
I genuinely can't go with you. Cheers.
Thank you. It's got a nice flavour, but I do prefer the elderflower. I think, yeah, for me. What about you? I'll finish one. Get it down, you Zen. Finish that mead off.
What do they used to say in the olden times? So cheers.
Try the elderflower, because it's really nice.
Scorn.
Skål!
Skål!
Skål! Is that Anglo-Saxon?
Spasiba!
Is it Viking?
Skål!
Skål! There you go.
I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, I think Hayes buying
I'm
a
going to try the
dragon.
elderflower.
Okay, go on. Can I try the elderflower?
Yeah. I think the elderflower's quite nice. Yeah. Is the ginger one not very nice?
No, the ginger one's nice.
Shall I try the ginger? Thanks, let's give it a go. Give him a clean sweep. Thanks. I've tried some of the new ginger drinks they sell in the shops, and they're usually quite over.
I think it smells it, but it doesn't taste it.
You know, it's got the ginger in it. This is the ginger mead, everyone.
Elderflower mead.
Have I ever seen you up at St Albans Market?
Potentially.
Yeah.
We tend to travel around quite a bit.
Okay.
Do food festivals, we do medieval festivals. We do Shambles Market.
I'm going to go to Shambles, yeah, I think soon. I've been to a lot of the Viking reenactments around there. Corby, did you go to the Corby Pole Fair? Happens every 22 years, so the next one's not for 19 years or something. Yeah, this is quite nice actually as well, I like this. Yeah. Thanks, how much are your bottles? Just £32 a bottle, everyone. Yeah, that ginger one actually is quite nice. Thanks very much, guys. Cheers. There you go, everyone. We're tipsied up now for the rest of the Barnet Festival. What we got over here? We lost them again. Where are they? Just go to the sword stall. You'll find them.
By the dragon.
Yeah, these look really cool actually. Yeah. Oh, Cavis is there. Try and get a good image of this. They're actually quite cool, aren't they? Oh, what? Is he going to try it? Is that your cherry one? The elderflower. Go on, Cavis, try it.
No. Oh no, I can't. I enjoyed it.
Go on, have it.
I can't. I
Okay, one song.
No, of course not. It's
no.
about 20% proof. Absolutely
None
not.
for Rocco.
No, Rocco.
It's not you giving it.
No, look, put your finger in there.
Yeah, different. If you like the taste. Easy, isn't it?
No.
Just I'll leave it with you. Alright, so it looks like I've got more elderflower mead to drink, everyone. What else do we have here? Wow, is that a super chat I see? Vanessa, thank you very much for that, buddy. I will definitely do that. Thanks very much. Very appreciative of that. Excellent. I hope you're enjoying the show as well. I'm trying to get as best as we can for you here. Just having a look around some of these nice dangly things. That's what we call it. Oh, a top for you as well. Here you go, Benez. This one's for you then, buddy. I'll drink it now. Thanks very much.
Okay. What is it?
Here you go.
Oh, lovely!
I finished it for him. It was very nice.
The sour cherry one's very nice.
Yeah, that's because you're a girl.
No.
The elderflower and the ginger one.
You're a girl.
Elderflower and ginger is the ones that we like.
Sorry, guys. Oh, that's nice, amethyst.
Cheers, Benesco. Thanks a lot for that, buddy. That's a nice extra elderflower tot we'll go and have. Don't know if any of you ladies in the chat like these kind of things. You can make the move, ask some questions, etc, etc. This is fantastic, isn't it? Nice colour.
Something in it, like ashes or...
Oh really? Is it an openable one? Perfume bottle, eh?
Oh, thank you.
Alright, do you want to go look at the horses?
Should we go on over and look at the horses and the knights? We'll come back and mosey around some more stalls. Excellent. Oh, this is what you got to wear for the quiz. Where's the hat? Choose your peasant outfits then, come on. Well, you don't get rich peasants, do you? Be a poor peasant.
You know what I mean? Further up.
I think you'll do better in this. Yeah, I think that's you, definitely.
Absolutely.
That would work.
But I look like a poor wizard. That's
Yeah,
a
it
good look.
does feel a bit rough, this actually, everybody.
Should we go and watch the horses, darling?
Trying to keep it as stable as possible for you guys so we don't lose signal. We're going to go and check out the equestrian horse show now. We're going to miss the horses if you don't go now. Who wants to see the horses? Yeah.
Afterwards, we're going to walk around the living village.
Yeah.
Oh, look at all those walking in there.
Oh, they're getting ready for the battle, everyone. Should we go and check them out? Should we go and check them out, Rocco? Let's go check them out. While they're standing up for a picture. This is all the full armour, everybody. Look at that. You can stand on the end, Rocco, it's alright. Try and get a bit closer for everybody and check these lot out. Of course. How's the temperature for everyone today? Good? There we go. They're all battle ready, these lot ready for war. Give us your war cry, go on guys. There we go, let's have a war cry. Hey.
50 States! What does the elephant say? Whoa! A stag, a stag!
Ooh.
A blow, to blow! A blow, to blow! A stag, a stag! The colour, the price, the colour, the price! You're a noisy bunch down like that. How many shots do you want?
So, we will be seeing these little battle at 4 o'clock. Have a little look round behind. Got a nice well used axe there, that's had some kills. Yes.
What noise does the elephant make? Whoa! What's an elephant? Naughty boys who did not listen to my shouting mark! You certainly can!
We have female fighters as well.
Oh, Benny! Domicella Congario! Benny Polkra Yampero! Oh! Novus, novus, amo, escroferio. Novus, novus, amo. Escroferio. Hey!
Well done, lads. Very good. Got, looks like all the it looks like we've got all the different squadrons lining up now, ready for battle. There we go. That's the mead girls supplying the soldiers with mead. Right, let's go and check out the equestrian knights. Dan, should we go this way? Well, where do you reckon? Anywhere where you can get in there.
Using a pencil.
I remember her from last time, she was actually pretty good.
Now, the rings will be set at the neck height.
I might go down there.
Of an opponent.
Remember
So
you
I'm
got the
going
slow-mo
to
of the watermelon last time? Yeah. I remember the other year I got a lovely slow-mo of them slicing the watermelon in half. So let's see if we can get you that view. Everybody. Alright. There we go.
I'll bring it back to you, my lady. You just come on. Right, let's get them ready. Using our swords, aiming at the throat, perhaps the eyes of our target. Right, so Robert.
Check it out there's right.
I know there's a problem here. He can't hear you either because he's still got his helmet on. Give him a cheer.
There he comes.
Here he goes. He can't hear you, but I can hear him. It's on. Right, Lady Connie.
Another one for the ladies. Oh.
I'm getting the feeling, right, that something is amiss. Come on, black eyes. Right, Philip's waiting. He gets grumpy if we keep him waiting. Let's hear a cheer! 1, 2, 3! If he was French, he would be Squire Philippe Whenever he is to take out.
Here he comes.
Very, very good. Right, next up we're going to do this with a lance. Sword, there's the close work, but now we need to practice distance work. The lance keeps our opponent at bay. I need an arm treat. Not the big one. We're not too
I recognise that green one. I reckon that's Sir Stephen of Corby, isn't it?
I'm bringing it on.
Here she comes. Here she comes with her lance.
No. Never mind. I tried. That's all that matters. That's how you don't do it. Now Rob needs his lance back. So, I'll just use it up here. Oh, is that why they call it a hindering?
I'll save my battery for about the bomb.
I've got a charger if you need a boost. Saying, I've got a charger if you need a boost. I've got one.
When I sit down, I put my pink thing up and go like to the camera. Oh, that's lovely.
It doesn't eye holes, but it doesn't have peripheral vision. And that makes all the difference in a game like this. So,
Lady Courtney. Oh. He doesn't want to play ball, that one. Here it comes.
Is really upping the ante now. He's picked up a jousting now. And he is going to dive in. Oh, Sutty, you're a scaredy cat. Right, can I have a javelin?
Oh, she wants a javelin. Is that CP in blue? Zoom in. No, it's not CP. It could have been.
It's got a stick in the air.
It's got a javelin now.
We're getting on to the big stuff now. We're getting on to practice with jousting. Now, jousting is where you have a lance, the lance is the stick, you know the quote. And the idea is to hit an opponent galloping towards you with your lance, which will shuttle. However, you need to get your horse used to going at a target, and for that target then to move. And so we practice using the quintain. It's a T-shaped construction. When hit with a stick or a lance, it will spin. Now the sandbag you see is a counterweight. You need to hit it, not push it. Push it, come around slowly and it will hit you on the back of the head.
So they're lining up there. Sandbag in question is over there.
I'm rubbish at the quintain, but I feel like I should just keep going today. Hurry up. I don't even have a proper lance, so I'm not sure what I'm doing. Oh, I'm hitting the quintain. There you are, that's what it's done. I know quite a lot about horses and medievally stuff, but I'm rubbish at counting.
Maybe that's still there.
His legs are getting tired, so I need to find him and sit down.
How about down there? Look, they get moved.
Doesn't spin around as dramatically. Well, I don't know if I should do it.
He wants to watch the battle, I think he's getting bored. So we're going to walk around the living village.
Yeah, go on, I'll come with you. Right, we'll come back and watch the horses during the battle. Just get a couple more in there before we go and check out the living village. Just slow down. Right, everybody, we'll come back during the battle, the great battle at 4 o'clock. We'll go and check out the village a bit now while we've got a little bit of time. As you can see, all the different squadrons are getting themselves ready. Right. I wonder if she knows that the living village is where they're staying during the weekend. As you know, everybody, when you're out with the kids, it's up to them what they want to see. Yeah, that'll be good. Go on then. I think the Living Village, hey, it's Zen, I think the Living Village is where they stay overnight, doing their time here. We'll check that out later. Go and have a look at some of the battle people that are going to be battling later on in the battle scene at 4 o'clock today. That's a good outfit. Today looks like he means business with that one. We've got a lot more here. This is what happened in medieval times before the battle. There's one of the guns. Sorry, what gun was that called? The name?
A field cannon.
Ah, just field cannon, that one. Good stuff. Going to get those ready for the battle. The field cannons are taking up position, everyone. Let's check out these horses a bit here.
Bit like that. Roberts and Kobe.
So Robert's going for the target. Let's try and get
If you could destroy the targets in the process, even better. So, just imagine that on the battlefield, hundreds and hundreds of
seem to be losing a bit of signal again here.
And that's where the javelin came from. Ancient Greece, developed right through to the modern day Olympics. Maybe they should do it on horseback. Lady Courtney! She's going to do. Oh, Lordy. Yes! Oh, you never cease to amaze me. Okay, you all seem to like his winning smile. Squire Philip and Millie.
And have a look at the cannons. Oh, they're getting ready.
So, we have one target that has remained untouched. You see the last watermelon in Barnet before you. Look at its beauty. It's like a ball. Now, we have one watermelon and one weapon. It's a war hammer. It's a what? Naughty watermelon. She'll scold it. Now, you have to choose now who we're going to give the war hammer to, who is going to smash the watermelon, and therefore, who is going to get the best photos. Who thinks it should be Sir Robert?
Yeah, Sir Robert.
Who thinks it should be Lady Courtney? Squire Philip? Me? Hannah? I'm going to let Squire Philip go first. If there's anything left, we're going to let Hannah have a go. I just feel like you've done this quite a lot, actually. Maybe we could go with the cabbages with it as well. every time. Sorry, Hannah, there's nothing left. Maybe next year. Riders, could you gather on me, please? I will do. Are you making it full? Libby wants to know if anyone wants cabbage soup or fruit salad. Let her know. She can sort you out. So, you stop showboating and get over here. So that's our final demonstration for Barnet Medieval Festival this year. My goodness me, it's gone quickly. Please can I have a massive round of applause to the ground crew, to Dan, Satu, Libby, Kyle and Tony.
Right, get ready for the
Can I have
battle.
a massive round of applause please for the Barnet committee, the people who put this event on. You wouldn't believe the work that goes on behind the scenes to make something like this
Let's go
come
check
to
out some of these
life.
guns up close.
And we are thrilled to see so many of you here today at this wonderful new site. We love it, so thank you to them as well. So,
this is the main
time
one.
to get emotional.
Go and check out Big Red. I think that's Big Red.
I've been such an emotional sport basically over the last few days.
Oh lads, is this Big Red? Is this Big Red? Yeah, no, that's right. There's Big Red, everyone. That's the loudest gun that we heard earlier.
And that's the first time ever in a medieval event. And yeah, massive heart thanks to Robert and Tony.
We get ready for the battle now.
And to Squire Philip and Millie.
Is that a witch hazel stick?
Yesterday, Millie
Looks good.
have never done a show.
Nice curly
Today,
stick
I
there.
think she's won everybody's heart. Millie the Magnificent, Millie Muffins as we call her. So, one final round of applause, let's hear it again, for those who work the hardest, those we love the most, the horses! Well, I do believe the clock is ticking and it is time for the Battle of Barnet. So, armoured riders, are you safe? The other riders will leave, and we will leave you in the capable hands of Sir Robert and Lady Courtney.
Right then, let's
Could I
get in
have
there
my
for the
helmet,
battle.
please? So, the Wars of the Roses, 1471, the Battle of Barnet. Thank you. Will take place. The armies are mustered. Not mustard as in, you know, we put on your beef. They are mustered and ready. I realise what a mistake I've made. Perhaps I'll stop talking before I dig myself a really big hole. Look, this is why they invented wine
Thanks
glasses.
everyone for hanging on this long. The Battle of Barnet is about to start. We're just going to see the mustering armies.
Done.
Let's have a look at the horses as they come past us.
Sure it's gonna
And here we have the two knighted horses.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Jolly good. Well, as with all things, there's a little bit of a boring thing to do first. Who's sitting by the front rope? Could you please make sure that you keep your feet, your arms, your legs, any distressed animals, anybody that's liable to wander, well behind that rope? Because if you don't, we'll have to stop the battle. Everybody will look, point, and be annoyed at you. Is that understood? Everything behind the rope. If you are one of those far-sighted people that has managed to put yourself in the first 3 layers of crowd, could you make sure you are sitting or on the floor, please? It will block other people's view and create disquiet, annoyance, and the occasional punch-up.
Right, that's a lovely horse.
So, is everybody ready?
The final notice is there will be gunfire. If you yourself or anything you own in the way of dogs, cows and chattels should be of a nervous disposition, the Portaloos are next to the theatre.
The armies are mustering, ready for the Battle of Barnet.
So, I am not alone out here. My good friend will tell you the history, and during the procession of what we're going to tell you, I will heckle because I am partisan.
No, he's just coloured up. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Festival of Barnet. For those that don't know, you're seeing now 1451. You've stepped back more than 500 years into English history. What you're looking at is one of the main battles of the Wars of the Roses, which is a factional dispute between the House of York and the House of Lancaster. Do we have anybody from Yorkshire here? Right, you're on
We're on my side, which is surprisingly the House of Lancaster.
Yeah, it's not like the cricket. Most of the north supported Lancaster. Most of around London supported the House of York. Now, I think he's got wind. You see that? Stand, microphone in the middle, stand.
And these are all lads.
Everybody on this side
This is our army.
supports the House of York. I had that ball.
York has the dodgy microphone.
So the shout is, a Yorker! That's not a shout.
Oh God! And Lancaster!
For everyone! A Yorker York!
I like my crowd. They're better than
A
yours.
Yorker York!
Lancaster!
I think you again.
Lancaster!
Right. The second part for everyone. If you live, your ancestors would have been involved with this. It is a major engagement for here, whether you're on the field supporting it or villages nearby. The total population of England was nowhere in excess of 2.5 million. And there was estimated that on the one side, the House of York was around 9,000 troops. On the House of Lancaster was 12,000 troops.
See, we're more popular. We have more people.
Now, what has happened is, the war's been going on already for 15 years. And the House of... It switched between the House of York and the House of Lancaster in control of the King and being in charge of England. This whole battle is because of the King is a kind of weak man.
He's not weak, he's saintly.
He's not saintly, he should have been a bishop, not a king. And therefore, both sides of the same family control of the king. Now, what's happened by 1471? If anybody was here for this morning, you know that Warwick was on the side of York. But because of certain things happening, Warwick changed sides. Very common in the Wars of Roses.
He changed sides because he knew he'd been wrong.
He changed sides because the king would not listen to his advice. Warwick was the kingmaker, known as the kingmaker.
Right, we're going to war, everyone.
Edward on the throne. He is. So, he was of Lancaster, which you could catching up the field now.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is my side of the battle. Splendid, aren't they? Shall we give them a cheer?
Yay! Come on, lads, don't let us down.
You can see my Lord Oxford, Lord Devere.
As you can see the fear in their faces as they go forward. Here come the archers, everybody.
Look aside.
Hey.
Moving on to the field very soon. You'll see archers and advance guard in position. Now what happened is, thank you very much. What happened is, this one's cutting out.
This is our side of the battle, everyone. And in the distance
We'll try
there,
again.
we have the Yorkists.
What happened?
Right, chaps, like your paint.
Right, at Barnet. And Edward
Right, let's go and get down to the middle.
taking his troops. So we'll try again. Yeah. So he's moved out of London, but what he's done is been right. So Edward has actually advanced further into where it thinks he's going to be. So
Oh, hell, Team Lancaster.
So the Lancastrian side played them overnight.
There we go, they're getting ready on the battlefield.
Shot over the heads of the whole Yorkist army, and no one got hurt.
There's the Yorkist army.
And the battle was not
Try and get to the middle of the battlefield.
It was heavy third, and it was slow. But now you see them forming up. The other thing you see for this, English armies, whichever side, don't really fight on horseback. Horses just make a better meal for archers. They're easy kill.
Was there a fog? That's called a cue.
So what has happened is, you'll see the troops moving on foot. Most of these are not knights. What they are is the common soldiers of the day, the men at arms, the bowmen. And for most of them, again, you'll see they're not swords as the main weapon. It's pole arms, which is right from there. Where you get later in the Tudor time the terms bills and bows, because it's staidmen and bowmen make English arms. But you'll see everything here, from the bows, the bills, coming through. On the Yorkist line,
I think I can see Edward March. Now, isn't he the one that said, "Oh, please let me back in, all I want is my titles," and then seized the crown?
well, yes, but support was so good for him, he decided he wanted to be king again.
So what we know from that, ladies and gentlemen, never trust a Yorkist word.
Oh, what we got?
They are perfidious liars.
Hear that, old
Well,
school?
and on that side, what have we got? A bunch of idiotics arguing who should control the king.
No, it is my Lord Oxford, who is most noble and known for his forthright tendencies to war. That means he likes a punch-up.
And on this side, you have Richard of Gloucester, the younger brother of Edward. In the middle is Edward of March, Edward IV, a warrior leader of the House of York, has never lost in battle, ever, wherever else he's faced. And on the far side are the troops of Lord Hastings, the great commander as well for it, a loyal friend of the king.
But never let Gloucester look after your children.
Oh, they went for... That's a scurrilous rumour. Not true yet.
So I see, sir, that they are going for parley. The church does dictate that there should be an attempt at ceasing battle before it starts.
You could see the colour and spectacle of the time. The royal arms there, the arms of all the main nobles is coming through. You can see Warwick's, the Earl of Oxford's on the one side, the Harrington.
See what I mean about Oxford? He likes a punch-up.
And Coventry as well there. Interesting badges. So it was not, as you've seen on television, covered in mud and everybody brown. The colours you see are accurate for the period. They would be that bright. Troops would look like that, at least in the beginning.
Oxford saying something with his hands, which is basically "get out of my way."
I don't think it's going very well.
There's some gesturing. Oh, the pushing started. We've all seen this in nightclubs, ladies and gentlemen.
I think the parley's not gone the way it should.
No, I agree to you. It looks like Edward March has been intractable and is going to stick with his lie that he's the king.
I thought it was your side that decided on the pushing to begin with because we're bullies.
No, I distinctly saw Gloucester push somebody first.
Gloucester's too small to push anybody. Yeah, propaganda coming from that side again. So the
Ah, the fog, ladies and gentlemen.
fog has started, so we don't get much in this weather, but we'll try.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as my colleague has pointed out, on this morning it is misty and foggy. The man could barely see 20 feet in front of him. This will play a part later. Adding to that, when the guns open up, the fine particles of soot make the fog even heavier and more opaque. Confusion abounds.
The party of Moses, those of you watch films again on the television.
There's
You
the
don't
fog.
come charging towards
It's a
each
misty
other in
morning.
broken lines over the next 2 miles running at each other. Those who have watched, I think it was called Braveheart. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Historically accurate, wasn't it? Correct.
There go the
And
guns.
look at the guns. Stay in line. You hit the line. The line is just about you. You protect you and your friends.
First arrows coming in short by about 30-40 feet.
The difficulty is in the fog, actually knowing where the opposition is. And as you see, Edward cleverly has moved in so that actually the Lancasters don't know where they are. So all the shots are dropping too far over their heads, away from the ranks. Oh, here comes Oxford.
Oxford true to type, coming out fast,
Now,
intractable.
because there's roughly another 3,000 or 4,000 troops on Lancaster's side, he wants to attack. He's got the numbers. He thinks he can push Edward down and beat them. So let's see how it goes.
From
The
the
first
archers.
wave is coming in.
So Oxford going in first, heading for Hastings. Oxford probably has the better troops.
Here comes the second block as well of Neville. The Earl of Berwick is moving his troops forward.
Neville's block going
Yes,
for
the
King.
first team is
Sorry,
going in.
Archie's block.
So Oxford has gone into the first block on the far side. So Hastings is holding Oxford's one off.
It does seem, Alan, that the last block's a little out of line.
Here they go again. Notice again, most people, there are no shields. Your armour is your shield. You do not need more than that. And here comes the third block, advancing onto my Earl of Ormond and Tudor coming through.
Gloucester orders his troops.
Against Richard of Gloucester. This is Richard's first battle. He's 17, holding the King's flank. It's so important they do not break.
So Gloucester's blocking Page. Oxford pushing hard. Neville up against the King. Seems like an even fight at the moment in the centre. Oxford does seem to be inflicting more casualties.
That's because God is on the side of Europe.
So I can see Gloucester's block is holding. The King's block is actually doing better than I expected.
Every block is holding because I said they have God on their side.
And Oxford and
As I
Hastings.
said, you could fight quite a long time in this. But be aware what is, the heat builds up. So there will be gaps because they have to. The exhaustion will come in. The armour itself, even though these are real weapons, it's real armour as well, it's very, very difficult to hurt
Fantastic
someone in
round
armour.
today, actually, yeah.
They're either going down the floor or running away. If you look at the back, especially this night here, you could see the gaps. That's where it's vulnerable. But you need to get round the back of them to do that. So as long as you stay in line and your formation
Looks like
stands,
Oxford might be taking a
it's
bit
unlikely.
of
You
Hastings
see the armour
suddenly.
coming to use now.
Yeah, I can see it. Oxford is reordering his men.
Oh, Oxford's getting down. We're winning.
The King and his opponents standing still.
They seem to be recovering, that's what it is. So no one's broke here, they're just taking it. They must take on water. It is so important in combat that you're hydrated or you're dead. That's simply it.
Now, something we would point out, ladies and gentlemen, part of the spectacle and colour that my colleague has pointed out is functional. It is much like knowing the strip of your favourite football team, especially if they have 3 or 4 to make some money. Sorry, so that you can tell whether they're home or away.
Football. Play a manly game, not that soft football game. Football was banned in the 15th century in England.
And rightly so. So Neville seems to be falling back. Oxford reordering his troops.
Side, the man armed with the long sword, the hand and a half sword, is using it in 2 So you can use both hands, or as he's got it there, it's called half swording. That is a technique.
He's quite tenacious, the little fellow, isn't he?
He is, definitely.
Despite having a helmet shaped like a lemon squeezer.
But it is effective.
So I think Lancastrians, can we have a rallying cry? Lancaster, Lancaster!
A York, a York!
So at half time it's inconclusive, it's a 0-0 draw so far.
But two of the battles have seemed to resting to see what's recovering. Richard is getting a very hard fight on this side, but he's holding his own.
Hastings seems to have taken quite some damage and is reticent to re-engage.
But the king is
Edward March is going back in, sir.
Yeah, of course. It is the king.
Quite
He
literally.
never gives ground. As you can see, that's the only time you charge. As a colour, to try and smash to the enemy ranks.
Somewhat aggressive, one might say, foolhardy.
It's stalemate on this side as well, as you can see. Both sides trying to recover. The battle still goes on.
So,
Yes,
Oxford and the side next to me have both pulled back. Surely just to water and reorder their troops. It's not like the Yorkists are doing well at all. Perhaps
Now
maybe
you
in the
may be
centre.
wondering, there's a combat going on in the middle. Why aren't the other troops coming on both sides? Because if they do, you'll be turning their backs on these. So dictated plate. It may look like the king should be trapped. But if they do swing in from both sides, they're going to get swarmed. Because there's so many uncommitted Yorkists here. That could be part of the king's plan.
Well,
I
that's a
don't
turn
know.
up for the books. Hastings is going back in, sir.
Oh, Hastings had enough again. So
Hastings is shrugging off the damage he took earlier and is going for Oxford.
the guns are still firing, the archers are still going. Both sides are putting in what they need to do. But as I said, they must drink. They're forming again. And they're going forward. So, a York!
Gloucester's going back in. And he's young, but he's feisty. One might almost admire him if he wasn't a murdering Yorkist.
Scales lives, my lord.
For Gordon Lancaster!
No, the Lancastrians are standing to take this attack. Is that a good idea, or should they have counter-charge? Only time will tell. Richard is pushing on. He's got his own personal bodyguard, and they're driving into the enemy, trying to make gaps so they can explode and get behind. It is all about who can turn, who can force the other side to break. We're now down to the stage where it's the morale is going to make a difference. Front to front, it's very difficult. You can see how hard they're hitting. It will not, inside the armor, you won't feel it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the sort of combat where you look down a telescope, press a button and the enemy disappears. This is close up, visceral. You can see their eyes, you can hear their cries, and if you're unlucky, you can smell what they had for lunch. So yes,
The mics keep cutting out, so we're just checking it out.
the Yorkists giving good account of themselves. Oxford won't like this, he'll want to do something about it.
So these two in the middle, and on the far side, the left of the Yorkist side, again, the stalemate. Troops are starting to become exhausted now. So exhaustion, how fit you are, and it's starting to play a factor. Remember, these men are quite fit. Because in the 15th century, everybody who can is doing a manual job. You are doing manual activities all the time to develop some fitness for it.
I can see Oxford reordering his troops, he's planning something.
Well, I can see the Richard is pushing on. So the young brother of the king is doing his service to his brother. properly with his men, but it is causing quite a few. They would be possibly wounded under what they're wearing, but the adrenaline would stop you hurting from those
Warwick's
wounds.
going back in.
Oh,
Engaging march is blocked.
well, the King's forces, he's not.
Gloucester is locked up. Now, I'm looking at Oxford's troops, and I can see he's reordering some old friends that I know well, and I think I know what's coming next, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your eyes on the guys at the back in brown.
My good and normal friend. I know he's still the Earl of March, but you will be King of England. It's still there. It's still stalemate. It's very... Nothing is moving so far. You can see the units like chess pieces moving. Oh, Oxford has formed the column.
Edward's troops holding. There you can see it, ladies and gentlemen. The brown and gold and red and gold of Oxford. They formed a column. It's turned into a wedge.
The most
They're in.
troops you have at the front. And the aim is to punch through and let you face them.
Come on, Oxford.
And it seems to have worked. Oxford has seemed to have broken through the Harrington Hastings block and is disrupting because they're in the middle.
Hastings flanks
We're
trouble,
suffering
my
a
friend.
bit. The good thing
A
is,
cheer for Lancaster! Hey!
the good thing for us, because as you can see, the heavy fog, think about it, means that the other troops cannot see that right happening. They cannot see them breaking. They don't know this is happening at all.
Hastings has broken.
And
Oxford.
This has no effect.
Can we have a cheer, Lancastrians?
Hastings seems to be sailing into Barnet itself. And he's driving, he's leaving the battlefield. He may have won his part of the fight, but he's leaving the battlefield, so it means nothing at the moment. We have not lost. We have not lost to these horrible Lancastrians yet.
Oxford's troops have routed Hastings and are chasing him from the field towards the town.
It's a black maneuver, we just throw them away.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's unlikely we'll see Oxford again, so just wave bye-bye, because stopping routing troops is not an easy business. So, a third of your army's just disappeared.
Our army's gone.
Hold on.
They're trying to organise themselves, but they still do not know that has happened.
Edward's,
So as far as they're concerned,
Edward's central
the enemy
battle
is
has
still
turned.
fighting. We'll come to Richard again. And to drive further in again. We'll see what's happening. Oh, Richard seems to be starting to push the Lancastrians back again.
So,
the young man is so brave. You know, as I said, he's 17. He's not like his brother. Edward is 6'3". Richard is about 5'6", 5'7". But leading his troops with dash, bravery and courage.
I would draw your attention to the fact that the battle has rotated a full 90 degrees. This is unusual, but it does happen.
Battle line is starting to turn because Richard is pushing back and Warwick is pushing Edward towards the battle.
Oh, wait a minute. Oxford's coming back on. Can we give a round of applause to Oxford? He's managed to reorder his troops in record time and is coming back to deal the death blow to the back of Edward's echelon.
But unfortunately, Oxford's badge is a star and stream.
No, wait a minute, he's ours!
And the archers have mistaken him for the son and splendor
Stop that!
of the House of York. So their own archers are starting to fire
No, they're ours!
into their own troops. So from both sides is coming the cry of treachery.
I can hear cries of treachery. Can we have an ooh from anybody Lancastrian?
Oxford
It appears that Oxford has got confused and has gone into the rear of our own troops.
And Warwick has been through these troops. Look, there's more workers coming. More reinforcements are coming for our side. Can this tip the balance?
Oh, this doesn't look good.
Oxford is retreating from the field because he believes.
Can we say goodbye to Oxford for the second time? I don't think he'll be coming back this time.
So, what is left of the Lancastrian forces is fighting not only what they have in front of them, but also the reinforcements coming around.
Oh.
Warwick is there. Warwick is trapped.
Warwick's out. He's down.
Warwick is down.
No, they're mobbing him.
Well, was being cut
Oh,
down.
an archer's got him. Somewhere unpleasant.
Edward wanted him alive, but it didn't happen.
Warwick's being mobbed.
Cut down, as you saw. Pulled down.
Oh! It's got to have hurt. Warwick's down!
That's when he becomes effective.
Lancastrians, you might want to stage what's called a strategic retreat, otherwise known as run away.
I think some of them are. At least the banner bearer's running away.
Is it time to start calling him King Edward? And I suppose the sincere apologies are out of the question.
Are there any Lancastrians left on the battlefield? Say yes or no. I think the answer is no. They're left breathing on the battlefield anyway.
I think we have to score this as a massacre for Lancaster. Can we have an R from the Lancastrian supporters?
A great victory again for Edwards. There may be luck involved because
here is supporting between 20 and 30 kilos of extra body weight in armour in this hot sun. Can we have a cheer for all of our fighters? And can we have a cheer for those angels of mercy, our water carriers and carers?
and you're going to get more. There's one for the gunners and the archers as well, please. Now, don't quite leave yet. There's a little bit more, not much.
Did you enjoy the battle?
Troops are coming down and falling on the field. Looks like we didn't mind
Form array! Line on the cloud line!
Lines are important. A rays is important at the time. The ray of the sun is a line. And that's what we're talking about. That's where the
line them up, line them up. There we go. There's another water bench.
That's where your liberties and your flags become so important. And why the standard bearers, probably the fighters troops who are fighting, is to lose.
Captains, please form your array. Array on the...
As my other friend was saying, they're wearing armour. Now I won't do it imperial, I weigh 13.5 stone, like this. When I put my armour on, I weigh 21.5 stone. They turn into tanks, and they're as effective as
Barnet, so you happy to wear that amount of armour to go shopping?
It's very difficult.
Quite a weighty,
That's not ever so many of those huge shopping offers, because it has to be.
So ladies, if you've ever considered being rescued by a knight in shining armour, please come to the camps later, where we will show you that under the shining armour is a man covered in sweat who smells of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having VR as well. Here they come. The murdering Yorkists.
So that, ladies ladies and gentlemen.
Well done, everyone.
It's the man of war, the 15th
Well done,
century.
everyone. Well done, everyone. If you're part of the battle.
I don't know what they do to you, but by God, they scare me.
Ladies and gentlemen, gender being excellent looking into the field. They've run a long way from one end to the other. Look at running hour, stepping This is the end of our show.
So please, he's tired,
Let's
sweaty,
go
and
to,
very
go
grumpy.
to the villages.
We're going to
Yeah, go around the village. Let me work this out. Which woos then? Right. Welcome back, everybody. So that was a victory to York, as you can see there. Hope you enjoyed the battle. We're going to wander around the village again, so hopefully the service will remain for you. Go and check out some hog roasts. What do you think of it, Caris? Yeah, even though the Yorkists won, we're still happy, aren't we? Go check out all their tents. Dun, dun, dun.
Sweaty men in armour.
They come out that way if you want to have a look at them. You're going the wrong way for the sweaty men. If you take Rocco, you get to see him up close. Rocco, this way. You get to see him all up close there. That'd be better for everybody. Right, everyone. Yeah, that was the Battle of Barnet. So we'll catch the soldiers now. Those that didn't die. Old school. Are you giving them a round of applause? I think this is your victorious army here. Holding the flag high. There it is. There's the water wench, doing a good job giving out water. The pikemen with their pikes. Where? Oh, it's CP. CP over here. Free, CP. I don't think CP made it today. Here we have some more tired knights. Oh, we're splitting them up. That looks heavy.
Just a bit, it's all real steel.
Yeah, real steel. We need that to go shopping soon. There you go, Vanessa, got it in there for you. Let's check out some more tired warriors. These are the victorious warriors getting a round of applause. Yes. That's real steel. More.
And they really are as tired as they look.
Yeah, I think so. Well, it's pretty heavy, isn't it? Your steel. Yeah. I bet you're glad it's not that hot today. I remember about 3 years ago it was sweatering down and you lot couldn't do it for the whole time. But no, it's a lovely outfit. Very well done. Do you have to polish it or anything though?
Yeah, that was yesterday's rain.
Yeah.
So that's all got to come out before Tuesday in 2 weeks' time.
I was going to say, I bet that's a bit of a job as well, isn't it? Well, thanks a lot for your reenactment for that. Cheers, buddy. There we go, everyone. See some more warriors and water wenches. There we go. There we go, see? A brilliant debrief for everybody involved. These are the victorious ones, aren't they? Were you a water wench?
Yes.
Yeah, say hello. There we go, that's a water wench, everybody. We thought you were CP at first. Someone we know. No. He's off to the meet then, I think. Take on water, lads. Let me just catch up on the chat there. What was that? It is CP, isn't it? Yeah, thank you as well, Vanessa. I'm still going to carry on around the festival for a bit, check out some more craft centres for everybody. Hello fella, welcome to the Battle of Barnet reenactment. It's just finished. Yes, Lieutenant, share that petition, it's doing really well. I've just Otherwise, now we have the winches. Stuck to the nuts and walks out. I think my other man called my idea a wench for a few years after we came to one of these. You could have water wench, mead wench, wenches of all calibre. Let's check out these. Little debrief. That's a nice looking sphere, isn't it? Hooray! Yeah. Hurrah!
For those that are going to get ready to start packing up this extra, remember, we'll all be back together. Tewkesbury. Yes.
Tewkesbury next, everybody. If anyone lives in Tewkesbury, check out your local pages. Looks like you'll have a battle up there coming up soon. These are the water vessels for the water wenches. This is what the soldiers. Oh, okay. Yeah, just having a video of them. Thank you. No worries. They're having a debrief. Off to get some well-deserved mead. Yes. Right, what do we have around here? Today. Right, let's go and have a look. See what we can see. I think these are all the little stalls where they make things. What's that? Fletcher's? Wasn't it a Fletcher that made bows and arrows? Come on, Lieutenant, you can get some of your quiz answers now on this one. Hi there, how you doing? Is this Fletcher's, is it? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm making bows, so...
Is that a long bow, is it?
Yes.
Is that the actual size of a long bow? That's massive, isn't it? They said it was a massive bow, but I didn't realise it was bigger than me.
Well,
look at that, everyone.
it's got to be 6
Lovely.
inches taller than the user.
Oh, okay, so this is all not really my height.
No, you'd have a bigger one than this.
This is for a 6-footer, I suppose, is it?
Yeah.
That's brilliant. And do you make all these yourself by hand and stuff?
Yeah.
That's it's a really talented skill, I think, that people need to keep up with.
Well, that's
It
the
does
one
feel
thing about
lovely.
the reenactment. It brings the skills back. And it gets kids off their phone. It gets them in. You can't help but learn at these places.
I used to go to craft fairs when I was brought up as a child, so we got to learn all sorts of stuff, and it keeps you interested. But am I right in thinking that you make them out of yew wood? Is it still made of yew? Is it?
So you start with a billet, so you have a trunk, and that's split down, so you end up with pineapple chunks.
Okay.
You can actually still see that here.
Oh, there you go.
So that's the outside of the tree.
So literally, this one bow comes from the actual branch. You don't make 4 out of it. It's actually all one piece. It's just you. I know.
It's a stump.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually making one from a branch. It's so difficult.
There you go.
Because when you chop these, you can see the heartwood and the sapwood, and you can see where the grain's going. When you're cutting one of those, it's mostly sapwood.
That's right, yeah. I know you need to keep some of the sapwood on it for the bend, don't you? For the flexibility.
Right. Yeah,
that's
so it's really difficult to make that. We'll get one out of that one eventually, but
I go bushcraft camping a lot, so I have made a bone, nothing as good as yours, but you know, done one in the woods with a stick. Not very big, but they work. That's the thing. Like they're really quite. I wouldn't say simple because you know how much work goes into them, but for a simple object, it does work really well.
But there was a guy called Horace, and I'm thinking his surname now, Horace something, was in a competition. This was Victorian, and his bow broke, and he went into the woods, he cut a piece of hazel with an axe, shaped it all down, and went and won the bloody competition.
He did he? Oh, I've watched them make them before, and if you choose the wrong wood, it'll just snap, won't it? You have to choose the right word and the right bit of wood.
A good bow, and I wish I was, can actually see a bow in a piece of wood before he cuts it.
Before he cuts it, that's right, yeah. It's got the right angle in it and everything. And knots, the knots important in trees, like do they give it strength in certain places?
Well, they could weakness.
I know it's harder to carve around a knot, isn't it?
That's why you have to leave extra wood around where the pins and knots are.
Yeah, no, that's true, yeah. Still gives it character though, doesn't it?
I've shot that one for over 30 years. And you've got loads of knots and pins and stuff in this one.
Yeah, no, it looks lovely, doesn't it? They're well used.
Well used.
Do you tie the bits on the end with pine resin, or do you use something modern nowadays?
I use Aberdite.
Aberdite, yeah. Keep it on. Yeah,
but how many medieval bows would have these is very rare.
Oh, so it would just be a notch cut into the wood, would it?
Yeah,
and then,
because, I mean, they were munitions quality. So these were turned out by the thousands.
I was going to say, they'd knock them out so quickly. I do metal detecting, so I found some old coins, and there's one coin I've got called a Tilby penny. I don't know if you've heard about that.
No.
I say well, they're always rough cut because literally they were about to fight, and the soldiers wouldn't fight unless they got paid first. So they had to quickly knock out these coins, and they're all misshapen. And
I'm out of tin. Anybody got any tin left?
They're silver back then. But it's a silver coin, but I say they're all really odd shaped because, like you say, people wouldn't fight unless they got paid. Because if you lost, you wouldn't get paid because the guy would
these things in battle. You might get half a dozen shots, you might not get one shot.
See how big they are.
But then also, after the battle,
good hiking stick.
Chances are they're aloft on the battlefield. Archers would have drawn their swords, thrown the bows down, and charged.
As soon as you get to close combat, you have to change weapon, don't you?
That's right.
But yeah, no, it would be good. Do you sell these, or do you literally make them for people here?
I do demos with them, and I've got a shed full.
Have you? Have you got a card or anything in case contact you at a later date? I say, do you have a card or anything?
No, I haven't actually, but I'm with the Bayards. We're actually a gunnery group.
Okay. So if we go onto the Battle of Barnet website, I suppose you'll find your group underneath there.
In fact, we're on front page.
Do you do the Viking reenactments? Did you do Corby Pole Fair or anything like that?
No, I don't do Viking. I used to do Saxon.
Yeah.
And then I've moved on to
medieval.
Yeah.
So there's more cool.
I've still got a bit of Saxon kit left in case.
I like Saxon stuff myself, like that part of history.
That's what got me into it with the Saxon. Because I lived in Saxon Road.
Oh, okay, in Barnet. Yeah.
No, in Welling.
In Welling. All right. Good stuff.
My name F Grave was a derision of a Saxon name, East the Reeve. So
I used to go to school with Laura F Grave. You're not related, are you?
We probably are, because round
it's quite a unique name actually, isn't it? Surname.
Welling, Garden City, Nebworth and Codica. There's loads of them.
Yeah, that's sort of.
I'd imagine somewhere there's a dad somewhere.
That's my kind of area. You know, so I never forget her surname, Ifray, because it was, to me as a kid, it was quite unique back then. I haven't come across any since. So it was a second.
6 families on the estate at Welling where I lived, and none of them were immediately connected.
They probably were by great granddad somewhere, weren't they? But no, it sounds good. Thanks a lot for your time, buddy. So I'll have a look. I'll look you up on the website. And
have a look.
Is it Nebworth you're going to be at the next one? Or where's the next one? Tewkesbury, is it?
Will be. Where's my next one? Will be Headnam Castle, I think. Headnam Castle.
Headnam Castle.
And we've got. Just trying to think of the next one.
I've been to Headnam. Is that Norfolk? No.
Headnam, no. It's down in Essex. It's down near Colchester.
That's one we can visit. It's not too far away.
It's a good one. It gets bloody cold.
Is it on the beach? Is it the wind?
It's the wind. You're right up on top of a hill with a Norman. What was a Motte and Bailey.
Yep.
And it's now been built into a castle, but it gets really, really cold at times.
It does sound like a good one though, Headnam Castle.
It's very
small.
Our battlefield is, well, hang on.
If it's on the moat, it can't be very big, can it?
It's from about here to that speaker.
Oh.
Our battlefield.
That's quite small, isn't it?
It is very small.
Do they have as many people as well, or not?
We used to have a lot of people, but now they do a lot of weddings there. So we can't do Saturdays. We do Sundays and Mondays during the bank.
I reckon it'd be good for filming if it's that enclosed though. It might be definitely one I'm going to come to and have a look.
Bodiam's another one that we'll be going to.
I haven't heard of that.
Bodiam is down on the way down to what's the name of the town? Is
it past Southampton down that way?
It's heading towards Southampton. It's before you get there, a long way.
So in between Guildford and Southampton, that kind of area, is it? I think I've passed through it.
That's a lovely little place. Although it looks like a beautiful castle on the outside. It's hollow in the middle, but you've got a moat around it as well.
I'll have to. I do travel the country a lot, and I like to stop and check places of historical importance. But I've not heard of that one, so I'll have to give that one a Google.
Bodiam Castle. Headnam Castle, like I say, it gets cold. Bodiam gets a bit muddy at time when it's rain, but we do a lot of competition, archery competitions down there.
And do you use these for it or not?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, no, brilliant.
In fact, I got second with that one on the clout shoot.
Oh,
So you
well
actually
done, well done.
Shooting at 200 yards.
Clout, that's a good word that. I learned that only a few months ago on social media terms.
Yeah,
There's another one now. Well, I'm going to have to shoot off because I've got to find got to find some people. But yeah, I'll have a quick look around. But thanks a lot for your time for that. Okay. It's great to see the longbow. Thanks very much, buddy. Cheers. See you. There you go, everybody. That was the Fletcher who makes longbows. This is quite interesting. Here we have some butchery tools, it looks like. Must be a doctor, I would imagine.
See you next year. Yep, come and see me next year and I'll off the ball.
Hi there, how you doing? This looks like, I take it you're the doctor or dentist, are you?
I'm the barber surgeon and also the dentist.
That's right, yeah.
Two events this afternoon.
I remember that we were looking at the tools, that's obviously what you do.
Yeah, we do arrow removal tools.
Yeah,
dentistry tools there and bloodletting at the front.
Bloodletting at the front. Imagine if you get an arrow in the face. If you survive, then this is the man to come and see.
1403, he did. He became Henry V.
And he survived?
Did he after that? Yeah, yeah, brilliant. Yeah. Rare occurrence, certainly an arrow in the face. But yes, he did.
To actually see it up close, I suppose, would be good for people. But thanks, I'm going to find some people. Maybe we'll come back and have a chat with you again soon. Thanks a lot for your time. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
There we go. Right. So here we have armour. Blacksmith. And swords. Swords over there, everyone. Might lose. I know when I come over this area, I lose the signal a bit, don't I? How's everyone doing in the chat? Sorry if I've been ignoring you today. I've been trying to get you guys a decent view of a lot of what's going on. I think a lot of these tents are their private quarters, not just people to look around. But we've got another cannon here. Hey Lieutenant, how you doing? Hi Mel, welcome to the chat. Anyone else that I've missed? Is that where the two-fingered salute comes from? I don't know if that's true or not, Vanessa. It might be. I might have to go off. Ducking stall for the wife. I forgot about your wife hitting you, Vanessa. So she doesn't like being right. That's bread and cheese there, bread, cheese and meat. We still eat a lot of that today. I do like these tents though. I think these are better than the modern tents we get today. Let's go for dinner. If you want to get back, thanks for the fun day. No worries, Oscar. Thanks a lot for that, buddy. As I have been streaming for a little while, I know everyone's going to be coming up to dinner time, so feel free to leave when you want, everybody. We're just going to be wandering around the living, what's it called again? The living village. So yeah, you can always watch this on a replay if you've joined us late. And please hit that thumbs up. That'd be great. Thanks a lot for coming. There's another gun. Let's have a listen to what this chap's saying.
Wearing this, trying to show you a sword technique, or bending over and poking a fire, or anything like that, tuck it into my belt, the tail. If I was riding my horse, I could do that with it and not lose my hat, so there is a practical element to it. But what a ladies' fashion in particular, or the silly hat say, bore me. I don't do anything, I don't sully my hands with manual labour. I've got a man for that. And the women's fashion, all the massive dresses and the big, can't even dress yourself properly. So you have people dressing. You can pay someone well enough to trust them in your bedchamber to dress you. So you must be rich and demand loyalty. So it's all part of the status symbol, is the impracticality. There's a whole set of pointy shoes that get ridiculous as the young bucks try and out-compete each other. And they get longer and longer. They're called planes if you ever want to look them up. And they get to the point where they're out here somewhere. And what happens is the king on the continent, France, he bans them. He limits the size of these silly pointy shoes because all the good hides of leather are being used up for silly young teenagers' shoes instead of war effort equipment. So they actually put a limit on the size of the spillades, the pointy shoes. But once again, it's an impracticality thing. It's like, there's no way I'm doing anything sensible in this. And it's all showing that you don't do any of that. You've got people for it. So that's what a lot of the fashion is the impracticality of the garment, as well as the richness of the cloth, the conspicuous consumption that says, oh, I'm stinking rich and I'm considerably better than that. I'm an anointed knight, so I'm not like a massively high-ranking individual, but I can meet anybody's gaze. I can look the king in the eye because I'm an anointed knight. Now, obviously, I could do that quite aggressive, I'll be a bit more like it. Now, you peasants, I'm afraid, shouldn't really be looking me in the eye. So, unless you're a knight or above, you wouldn't look a nobleman with any description in the eye. You'd be like, sorry, bastard. Like this.
Let's have a little wander.
I'll tell the films again. So it's also knowing the place, keep things down, church, estate.
A whole armour laid out. That's what everybody has to wear. It's a lot of kit, you wouldn't fit that in a rucksack, could you? And this is where the war horses get to rest in between battles. Right, everybody, welcome back. I'm probably going to end the stream now soon, shortly. I will have a little look around some of these stores and probably take videos, so I might bring out a little video afterwards with some of the extra crafts that are going on, but I'll end the live stream today. Thanks a lot for everybody coming, and hope you enjoyed the Battle of Barnet, and I'll see you next time. Thanks everyone.